show, which was introduced by Ronnie Corbett and yours truly. The shows were first televised way back in the 60s, and in 1961, what a night that was. I thought the compere was terrific. Young, vibrant, virile. Well, judge for yourselves.
Put the lights up. Let's have a look at this mob. There's a bit of money out there, I can see that. Right, now would you mind putting up your hands? All those people who have never been to a Royal variety show before. Would you mind putting up your hands if you've never been to a Royal variety show before? 1, 2, 3. It's going to be out! Would you mind putting up your hands now? All those people who are related to some of the artists in the show. It's going to be murder! Now, where's everybody from? Let's have a bit of fun. Oh, by the way, is there anybody here, you know, who's never seen me on television but never before seen me in the flesh? Would you mind putting up your hands if you've never seen me in the flesh? Oh, quite a few. Oh, yes. Now, would you mind putting up your hands if you're regretting it already? Yes, all right, then. Now, where's everybody got? Anybody from London here tonight? Oh. Good evening. Where are you two from, by the way? Just find out where everybody's from. Where are you from? Where are you from? So it's a party, it's a party. Where? London? Why are you late?
Here are some memorable moments. A Royal Show institution, the Crazy Gang.
A chap I know in Tattersall's talks an awful lot and calls those gentlemen who lay the odds a sanguinary bunch of snobs when ladies are garters, fine undies and gay garters, we're ordered from the starters, we gaily shut them off. Oh dear, what can the man in the face of our friend Lady Chatterley, locked in the stable from Monday till Saturday, tell me so long, so there, so there.
Are you in charge here?
Well, you know, sort of, you know.
I see. There's a car outside causing an obstruction.
Oh, well, that's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me at all.
Oh, yes, it has. It's got to be moved. It's holding up all the traffic.
What's the number of the car, then? What's the number of the car?
The number of the car is HRH.
You can't move the traffic round it. Move it round. We just can't move the car. It's impossible. I wish somebody would help me. I mean, this is a ridiculous situation.
Never mind about this, hello, bud. Will you get on with the show? We've been in the dress room since last Tuesday. What with you and Bob Nesbitt?
Look. I knew you'd mention him. Look. We're in a shocking state. You see, there's a car that's causing a lot of trouble, you see, and it's impossible to move it.
What car?
Well, you see,
what's the number of it?
HRH.
Oh, Jaime Harris's, the sputter maker, yeah.
Nothing to do with that at all.
Not DRH.
DARH, you know that. HRH.
You mean...
Yes.
That car's always causing trouble. I'll leave it to me.
What do you...
Sling the keys down, ma'am.
When I wrote that item, I knew only Bud Flanagan could get away with it. And here's the great Maurice Chevalier, who made his first royal appearance before King Edward VII in Paris, and on this particular occasion had a special dedication for our royal guest.
You must have been a beautiful baby. You must have been a wonderful child. When you were only starting to go to kindergarten, I bet you drove the little boys wild. And when it came to winning blue ribbons, you must have shown the other kids how. I can see the judge's eyes when they handed you the prize. I bet you made the cutest bow. Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby, 'cause Majesty, look at you now. You must have been some beautiful baby. You must have been some wonderful children, when you were only starting to go to kindergarten. I bet you drove the little boys wild. And when it came to winning blue ribbons, you must have shown the other kids how. I can see the judge's eyes when they handed you the prize. I bet you made the cutest bow. Oh, you'll have been some beautiful babies, 'cause ladies, look at you now. Oh, you must have been some beautiful babies, 'cause ladies, oh, look at you now.
The legendary Maurice Chevalier. What an old charmer. Now, moving on into the four lads who were the very sound of the times, the Beatles. John Lennon, particularly, was completely undaunted by the occasion, as you'll see.
No, it's up to you. I think it's only fair. Pride couldn't hurt you too. Apologize to her.
For our last number, I'd like to ask your help. Would the people in the cheaper seats clap your hands? And the rest of you, if you just rattle your jewellery. Thank you. We'd like to sing a song called Twist and Shout.
Yes.
Marvellous. I've got a lovely load of junk out of that big house back there.
Cool. You ain't been in there?
Yeah.
Ah, you're joking. Ah. You great nit! You get us banged in the tower. Listen, I distinctly told you this morning I would do Downing Street and you would do Birdcage Walk. Your terms of reference did not include totting round Buckingham Palace. Birdcage Walk.
Yeah, I done Birdcage Walk. There was nothing there, so I popped back here.
You went in through the front gates?
No, of course I didn't. I went round the back. Tradesman's entrance. I know me place. I don't know what you're kicking up all the fuss about. They got junk in there just the same as everywhere else.
I don't know where you get the gold.
They got some lovely stuff in there.
Oh, I expect they have. They've been collecting longer than us.
What about that? I bet you've never seen as big a mallet as that, have you?
You nit! He'll be looking for that. You didn't nip it, did you? You didn't take it out of the umbrella stand?
No, of course I didn't. Now, you see, this aide-de-camp went to see if he had anything for us. And a little boy comes to the door. He sold it to me.
Honest? What'd you give him for it?
Give him, one of them little windmills on a stick. Oh, he was well pleased. It's not bad, is it?
No. Yeah, I think I'll get Hercules out and have a gallop round the yard. Quick chapter.
When we are marching in the mud and cold, and when my pack seems more than I can hold, my love for you renews my mind. I'm warm again, my pack is light. It's you, Lily Marlene. It's you, Lily Marlene. My love for you renews my mind. I'm warm again, my path is light. It's you, Lily Marlene. It's you, Lily Marlene.
Sophistication from head to toe, Marlene and Dietrich. That was the only Royal Variety show she ever appeared in. And before her, of course, Harry H. Corbett and Willie Bramble, the lover. Now it's time for glorious colour, the early 70s, and what memories, especially when an artist new to the audience erupts onto the stage and completely steals the show. It happened with Freddie Starr. Further comment is superfluous. Another royal institution, Max Bygraves, who compared the performance that year. To date, Max has appeared in 19 royal shows. This was only his 14th. He was just warming up.
When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green. When I was 17. When I was 17, we didn't have to hide from the lights. There was a blackout on. And I remember one evening standing in the entrance of an air raid shelter with the local Betty Grable. And my brother, he was older than me, he used to keep his eye on me, he came along and he shone a torch on us. He said to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "Here, hold the torch." We live right in the heart of London, just by Tower Bridge. And when we were kids, my father found it very difficult to get work locally. He was a shepherd. I used to have to share a single bed with my big brother, and it was terrible, terrible. Then he got married, and it was murder. I went to a school, half Catholic, half Jewish, called St. Cohen's. And the priest in charge of us, Father O. Jacobson, the Welshman, one morning at choir practice, right in the middle of Oive Maria, there was a terrible argument between a Catholic boy and a Jewish boy. The Catholic boy said, "Our priest knows more than your rabbi." And the Jewish boy said, "I'm not surprised, you tell him everything." It's not unusual to be in love with anyone. It's not unusual to go out with anyone. If I see you out and about at any time, it's not unusual, it happens every day. Oh, no matter what you say, why can't this crazy love be mine?
You find anything back. You can mystery. Second verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spread your wings for New Orleans. Kentucky blue bird fly away, and send your message to my message to.
That's 360, she goes, just to see the boys. I've got that's gonna be. You're gonna give your look to me. You're the man of Gabriel. Another day I'm gonna feel. Feel away. Love it, feel away. Love it.
Good night, God bless, and thank you so much.
Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be.
Andy Williams in fine voice, casting his own particular spell. Now, many different artists compare the Royal Variety performance, and none better than Dickie Henderson, whether stooging for people or doing his own spot.
You! I'm talking to you. Well, have you done anything or haven't you done it? Have you or have you not done it? No ball on the stick? No through the hoop, round the theatre, into the pail? You're a nothing emu.
Just died. Susie went and left me for some foreign guy. Long nights crying by the rigging machine, dreaming of my Chevy and my old blue jeans. But they never do the tools we got. Burning up to the crocodile rock, burning fast as the weeks went past. We really thought the crocodile rock would last. Well, cry rocking is on the shock, and when your feet just can't get still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. I've been a swallow every chickadee, ain't been a bird in the dollar key. The wise old owl, the big black crow, I'm in them rings, they can go first. Go rocky robin, ho! Rocky, rocky, rocky robin, tweet, tweet, blow rocky robin, 'cause there ain't gonna rock tonight. Hey! Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Ain't got much on there for her tonight, have they? On the Royal Command.
No. Haven't even got Max Bygraves on this year either.
You sure? Blimey, that's strange, isn't it? I mean, they always have him on there, don't they? I mean, old Max Bygraves, he's done more command performances than I imagine the Queen has. Blimey, old Max, see, he was doing them when her dad was on the throne. That's a few years ago, isn't it?
Well, perhaps he's too old to do them now.
Who, Max? No, he can't be. He's no older than the Queen Mum is he? Is he? Oh, blimey, look who they got on there this year. Look at that.
Oh, look, there's the Queen Mum. She's just arrived.
Yeah.
Ah, doesn't she look nice?
Yeah.
She does look younger than Max Bygraves, doesn't she?
Oh, well, she probably is.
Hey, who's that with her now?
Oh, that's Sir Bernard Delafonte.
He's not a sir.
No. No.
The way he's all over the Queen Mum there, I bet he's hoping to be. All the same, they're all after the same thing there, aren't they?
Eh?
You know, the old make artist for charity, but she knows. Anyway, they're wasting their time because she ain't got a sword on tonight.
Still in the early 70s, 72 to be precise, Elton John and the Jackson 5. Did you spot that rather promising 12-year-old? Yes, it was him, little Michael Jackson. Till Death Us Do Part made their appearance. Lovely to see Dandy Nichols again. And then the concert grand himself, Liberace. What a showman. Now, in 1974, another legend, Josephine Baker, who you might think was trying to outshine Liberace. By the way, she's not holding a jumbo cornetto, that's her own personal microphone.
Il est entré dans mon cœur une part du bonheur dont je connais l'accord. Il est pour moi ma folie dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie. Lorsque je l'aperçois, je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat.
Now two great mime artists. First, the unique Billy Dainty in Nureyev mood. Now the brilliant George Carl, always at war with himself.
Are just for me. You set my spirit free. I'm happy that you do. The book of life is brief, and once a page is read, all but love is dead. That is my belief. And yes, I know how lonely life can be. The shadows follow me, and the night moves soft. But I don't let the evening get me down. Now that you're around me.
That was, of course, Perry Como. So laid back he has the words of his songs on the ceiling. Now 1976. Lena Zavaroni, aged 13, and Mike Yarwood. In this period, no politician was safe from the brilliant accuracy of Mike, and even today, for that matter. And closing the show, Shirley Bassey. And what a great job she made of it. But first of all, here's little Lena.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweet is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Good luck will rub off when I shakes hands with you. Oh, blow me a kiss,
And that's lucky too.
now I chooses me bristles with pride, yes I do. A broom for the sharp and a brush for the flu. Though I'm covered with soot from me head to me toes, a sweet nose is welcome wherever he goes. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweet is as lucky can be. Though I spend me time in the ashes and smoke, in this old wide world there's no happier bloke.
Good evening. But I'll soon put a stop to that. In other words, no one enjoys themselves this evening. Not except me, that is. However, tonight we're going to put these questions to various politicians, ask them what they think of the show so far. And first, let's turn to the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Mr. Dennis Healy. Mr. Healy, what do you think of the show so far?
Well, first of all, Mr. Day, before I answer your question, let me say that, you know, I have a motto left over from my old army days. If it moves, tax it. But let me say, I think tonight's show has been most excellent, and you know, due to the economic crisis, I have instructed Miss Shirley Bassey not to sing Big Spender.
Mr. Heath, what are your reactions to Mr. Healy's remarks?
Well, of course, once again, Mr. Healy is completely wrong. But of course, Mr. Healy is quite wrong. In this day and age of economic strife, created, I hasten to add, by this Labour government, we need entertainment. And above all, we need laughter. And we need someone to laugh at. This is why we in the Conservative Party have Mrs. Thatcher.
Tell me, Sir Harold, a lot of people implied, and some people even said, that you got out when the going was tough. No, I do not accept this. I did not get out when the going was tough. I simply made way for an older man. And talking of that older man, what advice, Sir Harold, would you give to Mr. Callaghan at this moment in time? I think my advice to Jim Callaghan would... And I told him this the other day in the House of Commons. I think my advice to Jim Callaghan would be, make sure your passport is up to date. Could it be then, Sir Harold, that you left office because you didn't particularly relish the thought of facing Mrs. Thatcher in a general election? Oh, Mary, come and listen to this. It's very funny.
It's today goodbye and point toward tomorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. Today goodbye and point toward tomorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. Won't forget, can't regret what I did. What I did for love. What I did for
I swear if Shirley sprained her wrist, she wouldn't be able to sing at all. Yes, one of the singers who's always great to watch. 1978? Doesn't time fly? This was Bernard Delfont's last show after 21 years of presenting the Night of Nights. And two big surprises. First, Frankie Howerd, known in the business as the court jester, the master of no respect whatsoever, but we wouldn't want him any other way.
I don't know, I tell you what happened. What's the day? Monday. And, no, it was Saturday, honestly. My memory's getting terrible these days, it really is. No, I was sitting at home watching the telly. Nothing on, mind you. But you get used to that position, don't you? You know, sort of. And the phone rang, which made me jump because I thought it was cut off. And there was somebody in a phone box, a call box, you know. So I said, yes, hello. And this voice said, Lord Delfont here. So I said, oh, yes. I said, hold on a second. So I poured myself out a small schooner of tonic wine. I made myself comfy on the settee. So I said, yes. He said, would you mind hurrying up, please? He said, I've got a very important meeting at EMI. So I said, is this really Bernard Delfont? He said, yes. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I thought it was an obscene phone call. And I said, there was nothing on telly, so I thought I may as well enjoy it, you know. So he said, do I sound like a man who would make obscene phone calls? I said, well, look, let me hear you pant a couple of times. Breathe in and out. I said, I'll let you know. No sense of humour. No, not a titter, no. So he said, look, would you mind hurrying up? He said, hurry up, please, because my 2p is running out in the box. Well, you see, that's why I didn't think it was Delfont, because he usually reverses the charges. So, no. So, listen. So I said, what can I do for you? So he said, can you get me out of the office straight away? So it's very urgent. I want to see you. So I said, oh, well, so I rushed round to his office. I got dressed and I got on a bus and went round, and of course it's this new office. Because he's gone up in the world now, he's a lord, you know, it's different. Oh, it's very nice. I mean, if you like that kind of thing, it's... No. How could I describe the decor? A sort of nouveau Larry. You know, it's furniture by Shabitat. It's kind of a... You know, but it was very nice. No, it was very nice. It was very nice. It was very nice. In fact, for one moment, I thought he was going to ask me to sit down. And, I heard some words emerge from his lips that I never thought I would ever live to hear uttered. He said, would you care for a drink? I thought, God, he's changed. So I said, well, thank you. Yes, I would. So he said, there's a pub round the corner. He said, hurry up, you don't belong. So I thought to myself, I better, fortify myself for this ordeal. So I said, here we are again. Yes, sir. Well, he said, now look, he said, we're having this concert. He said at the London Palladium on Monday. He said, there's a big concert, this gala night, this great gala. He said, it's a special tribute to the Queen Mother. And he said, I was toying with the idea of inviting you to join us. So I said, it's very kind of you. I said, I don't mind sitting in the back of the box. I said, I don't think I ought to sit next to the Queen. He said, no, not in the broad box.
Thank you, Frankie Howerd. Part 1. He'll be popping back later. Well, who's going to stop him? And if you want a big finish, in 1978, this was it. The second surprise of the evening, our Gracie, making what turned out to be her last major appearance with this performance. Gracie Fields.
Sally, Sally, don't ever wander away from the alley and me. Sally, Sally, marry me, Sally. I've been singing a man's song all my life, and happy forever I'll be. When the skies are blue, you're beguiling, and when they're gray, you're still smiling, smiling. Come on, everybody. Sally, Sally,
The Queen Mum's 80th birthday year, and accompanied by Lord Delfont, she receives her bouquet from Dame Anna Neagle. To celebrate her birthday, the Queen Mother graced the show that year, accompanied by Prince Charles. Over the years, Her Majesty has given so much of her time and support to the Royal Variety performance, and a galaxy of stars from both sides of the Atlantic accepted the invitation to salute her. And here is one of the much-loved little giants from our variety stage, big-hearted Arthur Askey.
To be a healthy grown-up, busy bee, whiling away the passing hours, pinching all the pollen from the cauliflowers. I'd like to be a busy bee, being just as busy as a bee can be, flying round the garden the sweetest ever seen, taking back the honey to the dear old queen. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz if you like, but don't sting me. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz if you like, but don't sting me. Oh, what a glorious thing to be a healthy grown-up, busy bee, making hay while time is ripe, building up the honeycomb just like tripe. I'd like to be a busy bee, being just as busy as a bee can be, flying all around the wild hedgerows, singing all the cows upon the parson's nose. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz if you like, don't sting me. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz. Oh, God. Silly big song, isn't it? Spin around my window, well, everybody clap hands.
multi-talented Sammy Davis Jr. Someone I admired so much and treasure the times I worked with him. And now the classic Victor Borge with his own style of comedy in a duet with variations. Hagman and Mary Martin, a surprise guest from Hollywood in that show 10 years ago. In the early 50s in South Pacific, at Drury Lane, a young American made one of his first London appearances. He went on to become J.R. And his mother, Mary Martin, was the original Nellie Forbush in that same show, washing that man right out of her hair every night.
My son, J.R., has given me permission to sing a song tonight because he knows how much it means to me to be here on this stage. About 36 years ago, the great Noel Coward introduced me to my first London audience on that very same stage, the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. I was so proud to be there, and I'm so proud to be here this night to sing this birthday song from me. Someday, when I'm awfully old and the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Oh, but you're lovely with your warmth and grace, shared in every place. Nothing can erase that from my memory of graciousness grows. You've made it a work of art, and your smile that everyone knows touches our grateful hearts. Dear one,
Wasn't that something? A moving and magical moment. 2 years later, the Royal Variety performance took place on the Drury Lane stage that Mary Martin told us about. And Louis Benjamin's theme for the night was stage musicals. But somehow the court jester was there again to verbally assassinate his plans.
Well, he said, as you know, these days I run the Royal Variety Show, he said. And he said, this year I have an entirely new concept. I said, you're going to cancel it. He said, no. He said, no. He said, I want to make some new changes. That this year I want a thematic approach. I mean, thematic approach. Starting off running a stall in Berwick Market. So you see, I want some changes. I want to give this show the common touch. So I thought, well, that won't be difficult for a start. Common touch? I've never seen anything, God help, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, look in the Royal Reception Room. The Royal Reception Room brought back of the Royal Box. I mean, all right, yes, a bar, possibly. But a till, I mean, it's till. I mean, he's got a card. He's got a card underneath, no credit. He's got a card. A refusal may cause offence. I mean, you can't do these things. You take. I tell you this. My swear to changes common. I tell you this. Next year, if he has his way, this will be the Royal Command Bingo. You'll see. Well, can you imagine the royal visitor? I mean, gets a full card. Has to shout, Palace.
Angela Rippon, who was a singular sensation that night.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything that traffic will allow. Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far. That night you opened and there you are. Next day on your dressing room they hung a star. Let's go on with the show. The costumes, the scenery, the makeup, the props, the audience that lifts you when you're down. The headaches, the heartaches, the backaches, the flops, the sheriff who escorts you out of town. The opening when your heart beats like a drum. The closing when the customers don't come. There's no business like show business, like no business I know. You get word before the show has started that your favorite uncle died at dawn. And top of that, your farmer have parted, you're broken-hearted, but you go
Miss Show Business herself, Ethel Merman, singing her own personal anthem. For the first time in 1984, ice dancing was a feature of the Royal Show and saw the first performance of the poetry on ice of Torvill and Dean's Song of India. The audience watched them skate on film, specially shot in Australia. But then, Jane and Christopher made an unexpected live appearance and stopped the show. The Queen Mother, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and Lady Sarah Armstrong-Jones arriving at the Victoria Palace. The VP has always been known as the Queen Mother's local, and over the years, the jokes that the crazy gang played on her are always a talking point. As you can see, she is greeted by an unexpected flunky. They hadn't any tickets, but they knew Jim would fix it.
No tickets. Under the circumstances.
The wonderful moment when the audience rise to greet the arrival in the royal box. It's always a thrill. On this occasion, more of a shock.
For the theatre. But please, you've paid enough for your seat. Sit down, use them, darling.
Excuse me, madam. Madam, may I see your ticket, please?
My ticket? My face is my ticket. Who the dickens are you?
Look, I'm afraid there's been some mistake.
Well, if there's been a mistake, a lot of people have made it tonight. This is the Victoria Palace Theatre, isn't it?
Yes, madam, but this box is reserved for royalty.
Well, I am royalty. I'm Australian royalty, aren't I, darling? Who is this box reserved for, if it isn't reserved for me, may I ask? Why didn't you tell me before? What? I suppose she'd do the same for me. She's very lucky. All I can say is she's very fortunate I'm not a commoner. That's all I can say.
Thank you, dear madam.
I will go, but I'm going to leave her a little something, a little prezzy to make her feel at home. My liqueur chocolates with a straw.
Thank you,
The theatre manager, Frank Thornton, suffering the embarrassment of Dame Edna.
Something familiar, something peculiar, something for everyone, a comedy tonight. Something appealing, something appalling, something for everyone, a comedy tonight. Nothing with kings, nothing with crowns. Bring on the lovers, liars and clowns. No situations, few complications. Nothing portentous or polite. Tragedy tomorrow, comedy tonight.
After breakfast this morning, we have the over 80s hand gliding competition. This will take place in the Hawaiian ballroom.
Gladys.
What is it, Peggy?
Still got your tash on.
I didn't know.
Oh, my
goodness. What is it besides that, Peggy?
I think I've forgotten.
I was reminded of this story the other night by Peter Alice at a little informal bonfire I threw after my golf lesson. And he... wasn't much of a bonfire, you know. Don't know if you ever tried to burn a set of clubs. The woods go fairly well, but the irons tend to hang around for a while. Anyway, I had 9 holes this morning. Played 5, fell down 4. But mind you, the golf is going to have to come to an end. The other night, at 11:45, the other night, my wife shouted at me. She said, golf, 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 she said. All you ever think about is golf. Well, it frightened the life out of me. Well, you don't expect to meet anybody on the 14th green at that time of night, do you?
I feel rather privileged to be in such wealthy company. Never before have so many members of Robert Maxwell's Millionaire Bingo Club been gathered in one place at one time. Very privileged. Haven't seen any royals yet, though, have you? Of course, they don't always turn out, you know. Probably got something better to do. I was a member of the Royal Automobile Club for 3 years and never once did a member of the royal family mend my car. I went to the dentist last week, and I went in there, and he said, I went for a filling, and I got in there, and this quacky got out this sucking great syringe. I said, what the hell's that for? I'm only here for a filling. He said, oh, this is to stop it hurting. Ow! And then he trucks you on the waiting room. You have to sit there for 5 minutes. You come back, and your face feels really funny, doesn't it? Feels as though it looks like this. Then he sits you down, and then he gets out that blooming Hoover blooming thing that sucks all the saliva and stuff out of your mouth. You know the thing? How anyone can saliva as fast as that bloody thing sucks, I have no idea.
That was part of a wonderful bell ringer sketch originally seen in Robert Dary's show La Plume de ma Tante, with Robert himself as the abbot. Oh, and before that, of course, some of your favourites, Ronnie and Rowan, Les Dennis, and the much-missed Dustin G. The Queen Mother is often accompanied by other members of the royal family, and in 1986 it was the first time the newest member attended, the Duchess of York. Also with her on that occasion, Princess Alexandra and her husband, Sir Angus Ogilvy. They are greeted by representatives of the Entertainment Artists Benevolent Fund, to which the proceedings of the evening are donated. The fund runs Brinsworth House in Twickenham, which looks after members of our profession who need residential help and financial assistance after long and faithful service to entertainment. The tradition goes on, symbolised by the fact that there have been royal shows since 1912. I don't think I was in that one. This year, we were celebrating 50 years of television. Once again, our royal guest had a surprise greeting.
I have the honour to present your programme to you. That'll be, well, £1.50, please. Oh, no, you're not allowed to carry money, are you? Like Granville. Never mind, I'll have it delivered. Yes, it's nice. You'll get it later in the box. Have you got a letterbox in the box? I'll post it for you.
Sue Pollard and Ruth Maddock take us back to 1936.
Did we give the boys a treat in coronation year? With horseback riding, I didn't agree. It gave me a headache, don't you see?
Yes, well, it had the reverse effect with me in Coronation Year. Rascals you were, you have no idea.
Now all you girls are lucky cause your dress is up to date. You get a lot of freedom where the air can circulate.
We had to pull our stays in till our waists were 22. It made it hard for lots of things a girl would like to do. Oh, sir, didn't we make a star? Didn't we give the boys a treat in Coronation Year? Our figures were rather underdone, so we padded them here and there for fun.
But our Build-A-Various took the fun in Coronation Year. Our trousseaux weren't a bit like yours, and we never went out of doors.
But you walked with me, a box of dog in Coronation Year.
A great act of yesteryear, Elsie and Doris Waters, Gert and Daisy.
I'm very glad to get out here. I may say to you, it's a relief. There's more people back there than there are out here. It is hell back there. Security everywhere. Cagney and Lacey. It's the first time they performed with people who are better armed than they are. You can't get near a mirror. There were 8 of us in the alley just now sharing a puddle. It's packed. Paul Daniels just pulled Ronnie Corbett out of his top hat, which is pretty embarrassing because the little chap was changing in there. There's Ken Dodd in one corner timing his act. With a calendar and
the soldiers of the Queen, my lad, who'll be, my lad, who'll see, my lad, in the fight for England, glory land, of its worldwide glory let us sing. And when we tell them how it's done, and when they ask us how it's done, we'll proudly point to every one of the soldiers of the Queen. Well, the soldiers of the Queen, my lads, who be, my lads, who see, my lads, in the fight for England's glory lads, of its worldwide glory let us sing. And when they ask us how we've done, and when they ask us how it's done, we proudly point to every one of the soldiers of the Queen.
Dame Vera Lynn leading the company in the finale of the 1986 show, which celebrated 50 years of television. Well, believe it or not, we're right back where we started, in 1988. In this final segment, you're going to be reminded of some of the artists who were on that bill. There were some of television's new stars in comedy, including Smith and Jones and the Golden Girls, but look out for the veterans, Paul Daniels and Pop's Peter Pan, Cliff Richard, who did his first Royal show in 1959. That's funny because he looks younger than me, doesn't he? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this look back at just a few of the many memorable moments from the royal shows, graced by the presence of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Believe me, it has been impossible to include everyone, but I do hope our final selection has pleased you. On with the show, and Ronnie C and I will be there to wrap it all up.
Lovely to see the old place full again.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that marvellous?
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, I've even put some people up there in the dangerous bit up there.
The gods, they call that.
Do they? Why is that? Why do they call them that then?
Well, I mean, they tear up your ticket, you walk in and you say, oh, God, we're not up here again. Tonight, my son, tonight is none other than the Royal Variety Show.
Oh, you're kidding. Do me a favour. What? They knocked that on the head years ago, that old Royal Variety malarkey. That went out with the hula, that did.
Excuse me, the Royal Variety Show now has been going now since 34 BC.
Actually, it's only been going since 8 o'clock. It just feels like it's been going since...
No, I'm saying is that historically, the first Royal Variety Show was done at the express command of Queen Boadicea.
Was it really? Yeah. Well, that would have been some command, wouldn't it, really? Yeah. Oh, buddy, was that nice? Did she like it then?
Well, she couldn't actually go herself, but her mother and her sister went along and they quite enjoyed it, I believe.
Was it here then?
Of course it wasn't here, don't be so silly. It wasn't anywhere plush like this.
Oh.
34 BC, it was... No, basically it was just done in a big, crudely built hut.
Oh, was it? What, the National Theatre?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. A marvellous bill, though, apparently. Yeah, fantastic. 3.5 hours of bloodletting, bear baiting and ritual sacrifice.
Oh, yeah. Well, so they haven't changed the formula then?
Nah, well... If it ain't broke, don't mend it.
No, that's right, yeah. And who was the compare then?
Bruce Forsyth, yeah.
But I never thought I'd be here with you, my pretty one. Pretty one, I long to hold you through the night. I want to hold you. Pretty one, has no one told you I love you? Any day, and you will find me full of joy when you're beside me. In a moment like this, could it be what I've missed all my life? Ooh. Well, I've dreamed about the day, the same dream in so many ways, but nothing can compare with you, my pretty one.
Charlie wasn't the greatest lover when we were first married, but eventually he got the hang of it. Once he found out that he had mixed up the marriage manual with the milking machine manual. And with all that equipment out of the bedroom, we had space for a brand new dresser. It was awfully tough after he died. That's why I wasn't with another man for 15 years.
Get out of here.
Blanche, how long did you wait after your husband died?
Till the ambulance man came.
Now let me show you the interior of this. If we open up the two doors to the side like that, there it is, the big wheel. These spokes are not made of rubber. These are solid wooden spokes. You will notice also the entire surround is surrounded by diamonds, each one culled from visits by the peerage, who always like to make a donation from the tiara. Okay? Then we stick them on here as a souvenir of the times they have enjoyed it. Also, the thing that you've got to watch for is this. It says danger, and it means it. When you press that, the wheel starts to operate. Round and round it goes. This is the equivalent of a 2.5-ton flywheel, and around it goes. Anybody trying to go through there is in grave danger. Tonight, we do not ask for a volunteer. We have one already waiting backstage. Would you please welcome Miss Debbie McGee? The little lady who defies death tonight. She goes behind the wheel. Look how close she stands. Each one of those blades could maim, break an arm, a leg, a spine, a neck. Close the door. You on that side must watch that the rim on this side is always in vision. Upstairs, watch over the top. You down there, look underneath the wheel. And you on this side, look to this side. You can always see the wheel. I think it's gone wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, how does she do it? Miss Debbie McGee.
Hey, what a... Oh, now come on, kids, come on. Simmer down. I'd just like to say, why don't they tell you about these things? That's all right, don't worry about it. Let them get it over with. This is the liveliest they've been all bloody night.
Not true, not true.
All right, anyway, enough of this fun and frivolity. It's
I've always wanted to say that, you know.
Well, you finally said it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the entire cast.
Yes. In 1961, Sir Alan Herbert wrote a few words to close that special night. They have enjoyed, and they mean as much today as they did then. For 50 years, the new mechanic age has done its best to drive us from the stage. We can be photographed, recorded, canned, and sent to every dwelling in the land. Why should the citizen attend the Star? He's got her in the kitchen or in the car.
Yet the old stage still lingers in the land, and here, miraculously, man, we stand. Ladies and gentlemen, our thanks to you for kindly coming and for staying too. You have, be sure, put better days in store for good old players who can play no more. Your Majesty, dear Mother of the Queen, you can bring sunshine into any scene. Your smile that is the world's delight, how proud are we that you have smiled tonight.